we brought you the stories of the loud, the proud.
And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there.
The loved, the despised.
Go, hey, little mama, I could transform ya. No, I can't dance, but I could dance on ya.
And the rich and the famous.
Go, girl, it's your birthday. I know you're thirsty.
The lives of many have been exposed. From Mandoza
Oh, you belong.
to Jub Jub. But today we bring you the story of a once innocent child who now claims to be the Son of God. Is this man merely a hoax man, or is he truly the man he claims to be? Stay tuned to find out more about the man they call Jesus Christ on E! True Hollywood Story.
So yeah, this Jesus guy, hey JC, he is a top guy. JC is a man amongst men. He's a great man of God.
My life used to be a mess before I met Jesus. I used to feel like I had this hole in my heart, and I'd look to guys to fill this void that was in my heart.
It wasn't fun growing up with him. Well, not that it wasn't fun, it was just, he always used to do everything better. It was, really kind of lame.
I know his mom, you know what I'm saying? So one night I get there and I'm like, yo, what's good, Mary? And just like, Angel, I never knew these things existed for real. And I was like, I know, right? Like the wings are quite the top accessory, like make me very fly, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, like, you're pregnant.
I remember the day when the angel Gabriel came to me. I was on my way to ShopRite. Do you remember that day, huh?
Oh yeah, I remember that day.
Yeah, man, and he stopped me and he said that I'm going to have the Son of God, and I was just dear my God. I didn't know what was going on, so I just took off the taxi and went home again.
And she was like, what? And I'm like, you're pregnant, ha, you know what I'm saying? But then like, Joseph came along the next day and he was like, oh, why is my woman pregnant and all of this stuff? And I was like, bro, she tripped, she fell, she landed on the spirit. These things happen, bro, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna burn the house down and...
But you will always overreact. You can never just sit down and talk about things.
No.
As if it was my fault.
How could you just come home with the baby?
What do you mean did I just come home with the baby? I then told you now that Gabriel
I don't want to be a
came.
stepfather.
Excuse me?
No, I don't
You
be a
my baby
stepfather,
daddy.
no.
He was like, no, how do I know it's true and everything? I was like, bro, think about it. Like, your son's gonna be doing all sorts of these magical things, Ask him to make you like a DSTV channel or something like that.
Jesus as a child, he was so special, eh?
You're
He would
awesome.
always be doing things, helping the neighbors, hang up the washing, everything, he was a wonderful child. Oh.
I'd go into that history exam, I knew I was going to ace it, come home with 79, he'd come home with like 101. Just got the extra 1% because the teacher thought he was special.
I've got all these pictures of him scrapbooking. We do a lot of things together inside. I know he thinks of me most of the time.
5 loaves and...
Oh yes, the roti and the fish. The bread and the fish.
There's this little kid who had a lunchbox, had a triple decker. I wonder what kind of parents give their children triple deckers for a lunchbox. And guess what happened? That kid offered his lunch to Jesus Christ because Judas Uyakhala, he was picking on the lunchbox. It's a good thing they didn't give it to him. They gave it to JC. JC is the man. He's got this. So the thing is, what happened is Jesus did something miraculous. Eh? He turned those triple deckers into real deals. Like, plenty of real deals. Yeah, he did a lot of things, making wine, quite the party starter, you know what I'm saying? I would love him to make a lot of wine for me here, because, in heaven it gets kind of dry sometimes with all this purity and everything like that. Like, give me a break. Come on, Lil John's having fun down there, and here I am, I'm freaking drinking pure water, like holy water. Come on now. Like,
The day he turned water into wine, I was very upset that. I was very upset that. But I say this, the youth of today, there's nothing else we can do.
They're making the circle bigger.
We try to steer them the right way, they go the wrong way. I don't know. You say
And when
yes,
you walk,
they say right.
on water with his buddies there.
You could have caught the cold that day. But he doesn't listen to me. I must know nothing.
I'm like, is that you? And he's like, yeah, it's me. Why don't you come join me out on the water and everything? I was like, I don't know, man. Black people and water, we don't mix that well and everything.
And this medical aid is expensive.
Fees were, very expensive. Very expensive.
But I trusted him, he was my boy and everything. So I walked on the water, and before I knew it, I was walking. I had my swagger going on. It was cool and everything. And the rest of the guys, they didn't believe what was going down. who walks on water. I couldn't believe it anyway. I lost so much focus that I started to sink. And this was going on real fast and everything. My life flashed before me. I didn't know what was going on anymore. I was just sinking. And I thought, damn, am I gonna die? But I didn't die. I stopped sinking. And something was holding on to me. And I was too busy trying to gain ground and everything. And my boy JC was holding on to me. And I knew he wasn't gonna let go. So I trusted him, and he pulled me out, and he saved my life. I can't even, he saved my life.
Jesus always used to outshine me in like everything I do. He was, can I just, thank you. Give me a moment. It was tough. You know, I really, I think now it's a lot easier because, you know, he's been a real good friend and he's helped me through it all. Yeah. Please.
Any bit of attention that I get from a guy, I just leech onto that and I basically do anything they'd want me to do. And it was so bad, like I wouldn't even be able to look at myself in the mirror because I wouldn't know who I was looking at. It got to a point where my former best friend went and called into this radio station, UFM, which is Urban FM, and exposed me live on national radio. And then one day, I met this man who went by the name of Jesus, and he didn't want anything from me. He wasn't looking for me to fill anything from me. He wasn't looking for attention from me. He just wanted to be there for me, and he loved me for who I was. He didn't see my outward appearance. He saw me through my heart, and he loved me so much. And all I had to do was love him back.
With Jesus Christ, you'll always be satisfied. And there's a part of me I discovered that day. I discovered a spiritual part of me. Not that spirit you apply on your head, no, the one inside of you.
Who the hell is Jesus guy? I mean, so gay. I mean, he thinks he made the world. I mean, he walks around like he made the world. I mean, what the hell? I mean, who's this Jesus guy? I mean, nah, bruh. Nah, you.
And cut.
Jesus, if you're watching this, you're going down.
Despite the many challenges this man has overcome, he is yet to be faced with his toughest challenge yet. Jesus Christ has recently been arrested for numerous charges and has been placed in maximum security, awaiting his trial. Will he be able to save himself? Will he prove himself as the true Son of God? Well, only time will tell. This has been an Urban Oak production.
Urban Oak.